Thank you, everybody. Sorry, we were a little quiet to start the show tonight. Thank you, everybody, for not commenting or anything on the Facebook page. As you see, what we have out here, and I'm going to try not to get too emotional. Yesterday morning, we found out that our good friend, and yes, I can say good friend, and Heroes for Kids member.
Can't see the art.
Can't see the art.
Nope.
This
light's all reflecting in it.
Okay. I'll lay it down. Our good friend and Heroes for Kids member, Mark Dotson, passed away. He was actually scheduled to be at, I believe it was HorrorCon over in Illinois. Or
Evansville, Indiana.
Evansville, Indiana, I'm sorry. Again, our thoughts and prayers go out to Mark Dotson's family and friends. He will definitely be missed. Trust me, I know it threw a lot of people off yesterday. Again, please, again, like I said, thank you for everybody for not chiming in or anything first thing when we got on. And helping us show a moment of silence for our good friend Mark Dotson. What you need? Saber? Okay.
I gotta be able to see y'all.
That was,
yep, just lay back down.
Sorry, like I said, if we are a little bit of a start off a little somber on this one, but again, would like everybody to pay their respects to Mark Dotson, and again, prayers for his family and friends.
Bear with me, guys. I'm playing with lights.
Yeah, we're playing with lights. Hey, that worked real good.
Other than the projector.
Yeah, we had that problem last time. So again, our condolences to Mark Dotson and his family. Mark Dotson's family. So again,
hello to Diana.
So again,
hi Liz,
Jess,
hi Wyatt.
Hey Liz, hey Wyatt. Jess says Diana.
Diana Helton.
So I don't know how Jess announced this one today.
I just put the date.
Okay. So I mean, if you want to put something on there for a moment of silence for Mark Dotson, Heroes for Kids member Mark Dotson, you're more than welcome to. Again, he was a good friend of ours. Granted, I couldn't tell you how many times that we run into him at a show, and Jess and I both get hugs from him. We sit and catch up about family and friends and what's he got going on next, what we've got going on next. Now a lot of people, as you see on the picture, let me move that little pointer thingy out of the way. On the picture, he did Daffy. He did the Gremlins. He did Salacious Crumb was one that a lot of people know, which is this little guy right here. And yes, as you see,
yeah, he signed the back.
Yeah, this one here. Actually, I bought this one, and this was actually one of my This was actually my last autograph from him. So, and yeah, he walked up, gave me a hug, and said, "Here you go." I tried paying for it. I did. Yeah, I mean, Jess even tried paying for it later on after, and he refused. He would not do it. It just, again, he was, but he did not do Wicket, but he did other Ewoks. He did the Teak.
Mogwai.
He did the Mogwai. He did Mogwais. So again, Daffy. He did several of the Gremlins. And again, he also did Teak from the
Ewok
movie. So yeah. Again, our condolences to Mark Dotson's family and friends. Our hearts go out with you guys. So let's get off of here. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Trust me. That threw mine and Jess's day completely.
Yeah,
off.
you kind of knocked me over with a feather when you told me about it too. I mean, I didn't really get to meet him until last year when he was a guest at our show.
Yeah.
And after the con, when we have our dinner, went out. I was out in the parking lot talking with him, and and he was like, finally get to meet the third member of the crew, and
Yeah.
and so we got to talking and bonding, and yeah, he's a really great guy. So,
First time I got first time I got to meet him was in, what was it, 18? What was the photo? I don't remember. I don't remember. It was like 17, 18, I think. Was the first time we met him. It was in St. Louis. Okay, let's see if we can't get an autograph or two for him for Heroes for Kids. And he fell in love with our idea of Heroes for Kids, and that's how the friendship struck.
right.
We run into him on numerous shows. We tried getting him to our show a couple times, and just matter of fact, he was actually supposed to be one of our first guests at Year One Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, and it didn't, and it just pan out. Right. Then we tried for Year 3, it didn't pan out. Then finally we ran into him at Hannibal, and we got all the stuff, we got everything, got him nailed down for the show.
Right.
And yeah, he was a blast here. Everybody loved him. And it was in 2021, when he made the appearance at Hannibal, which we will be going there in a couple, here in about a month.
Right.
We met him. We ran into him again in Hannibal, and that was where we inducted him into our celebrity wing of Heroes for Kids members.
Right.
So that was 01. That was 21, right? We looked at all these dates the other day, and yeah, it was just we're just scrolling through photos with us and Mark, and so you'll see it on the Heroes for Kids collage that just posted on the on our website, or not the website, but on our Facebook page. But yeah, he was an awesome guy, fun to talk to, fun to be around. So yeah.
Let's see who all we've got here.
All right, yeah, let's see who all we've got here. We've got so far it looks like Wyatt, Adrian.
Well, let's see, Diana Helton.
Who?
Diana Helton,
Hello.
Liz Hahn, Wyatt Long, Adrian, Abby Morrissey, Rachel,
Hello.
Sarah Mitchell, Next Level Cosplay, Carl Adams.
Hey, how's it everybody?
Next Level Cosplay says, hey guys.
Hello, Adrian, you got mail at the house.
Yeah.
So this weekend,
Yes.
you
Yes.
will be heading up the Heroes for Kids booth.
Yes.
At Cape
Right
Con.
early Saturday morning to set up
At Cape Anime Con.
Cape Anime
Con down at the Drury's
Conference Center.
Conference Center. Yeah.
It'll be Heroes for Kids' 9th birthday, per se. Well, we have to...
A month before Heroes for Kids'
it's
9th birthday.
a month before, but it's still Heroes for Kids' 9th birthday.
We're leading into our 9th birthday,
So,
because
8 years and 11 months.
yeah.
it happened at Cape Comic Con back when they had it in May, and it was May in 2015. So here we are.
No, April.
Was that April?
April.
April of 2015.
Yeah, April 15th. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
April of 2015.
2015. April.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Take and Gibbs slap him and see if that resets him.
Yep. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, watch it. She's got a crap load of foam forgeries over there.
Yes, I do.
I see that. So, but,
now the sabers that you see on the table are mine and Jess's, and they are from Kyberlite. One's a Gen 1 and the other one is a Gen 10. The Gen 10, I could kick it on and you would not hear, it would overpower the speaker on my phone.
right.
Yeah, it is that loud.
Yes.
And bright.
Yes.
I can light up my basement with my saber.
Have you ever thought of doing a Darth Vader?
Yes, I
cosplay?
have.
You have?
I've
Because
come,
you got the height.
I've come this close to doing it. I just don't have the money right at the moment to get it.
Okay.
I spent money on trying to get a little bit of a extra padded, not padded suit, but a little bit of a bulking mechanism, because I can go to the gym for 2 years and I'll still look the same.
Right.
Don't ask me why. I don't know what it is.
Just a Slim Jim. That's all it is to it. But,
So I went and tried getting a suit that I could, an undersuit that had the foam muscles in it to work on to do it. And yeah, it looked. I could put it this way: I could use it as what I was told was a slim.
What was supposed to be a very slim fit undersuit is not a slim fit undersuit.
Ended up being, they stuffed it with what do they call that?
Quilting
foam.
yeah.
And sewed it up, and it looks like I've got a bubble muscle suit.
Right.
Yeah, so...
I mean, it'd be fine if it was like a Batman cape and you could kind of put the cape over it so you'd look muscled and all that stuff. But with Superman, his cape just goes
yeah,
over the
I mean,
shoulders and down the back.
the way I
So
asked
it's
him to
just-
do the neck, the way that I asked him to do the neck didn't get done the way we wanted.
Right.
I mean, to even attempt to try getting it to where it would fit under a costume is going to take a ton of work.
So, but now the good news is he could set himself up to make a Hulk costume.
Yeah,
Pretty good, because then he'd look really, really
I'd get
nice.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, because it put what I was looking at was maybe like like an inch on my arms, half inch on my chest,
Right.
and it made me look again. It put the size of Smart Hulk, is what it gave me.
Right. Right.
I mean, even gave me the back neck muscles. I mean, like right here on the back of my It was like, wait a minute.
It's not going to work for Superman.
No, it wouldn't work for my Superman. So I'm gonna have to. So
hey,
yeah.
I mean, it still has potential, but just not the potential you wanted.
I wanted it to. So
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have to find a different suit for. I'm gonna have to go through a different company to. Because it was fitted, and I can't just return it because it was custom made for me. So
that's the thing. When you do this stuff, you have your hits and you have your misses.
yeah. So hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'll get it all figured out. Trust me.
Right.
We'll get it all figured out.
Right.
But back to Cape Anime Con. That is this weekend, Saturday, Sunday at the Drury Plaza Conference Center there in Cape Girardeau.
Starting at 10.
Yep, both Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
Do we have a list of the actors that are supposed to be there, Mom?
Nope.
Nope. Let's see. Can I do this?
Cape-events.
Where's my dog?
Right there. CA.
Well, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to exercise. I'm trying to do the exorcist thing here. Cape
Dash.
It's kind of funny looking at this.
as in
Dash.
We've
An
got
actual
Superman,
dash.
Optimus Prime, and
Dash.
Hulk all kind of being voices
Events.
on our video cast. Was Next Level Cosplay, were they the ones that are going to be doing the Sykeston? Or
That did not work.
The other
.com?
event down at
Oh. Ah, crap. No, not yet. I'm still working on it. Did that do it? Give it to me. Nope.
They failed again.
Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Definitely, yeah. I don't know what the heck I did. Give me a second. You'll probably have it before I do, Dennis. Yay! Okay.
Good gravy. We got a lot of pages open.
Yes, I do. All right, I'm gonna go back to this one. Okay. Let me. What do we have, Jess?
Give me just a second.
Okay. We probably lost people. That it's either that or people were laughing at me because I was trying to do this.
Shelley Layton is watching.
Hey, Shelly, how's it going?
Hi, Shelley.
Let's see. What do we have? Cape Anime Con. We have not only Heroes for Kids, Foam Forgeries, but we have Chris. How do you pronounce that last name, Dennis?
Tergliafera?
Okay.
Chris Tergliafera.
We apologize in advance if we
Yes.
are butchering a
Now
name.
we are butchering.
Looks like he was on Hunter X or
That's
X
not-
Hunter.
Voice of Silva Zoldyck in Hunter, in Hunter X Hunter, or maybe it's Hunter versus Hunter, as well as Abdal in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Stardust Crusaders, and Sigma Ultron Sigma in the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity.
Josh Martin. Josh Martin has an array of voice acting roles under his belt, ranging from Dragon Ball Z to One Piece. Yes, my saber just kicked off. Chris Rager.
Did we talk about Damian Clark? There he is.
There he is. Okay, she didn't give me that one.
What?
Talk about Damian Clark.
Damian Clark, yeah. Voice acting with over 200 roles, including Perfect Cell from Dragon Ball Z, Scar from Full Metal Alchemist, Handsome Jack from Borderlands, and many more. And he's going to be there all weekend.
All right.
Okay.
And then we've got Chris. I'm going to, again, apologize, Rager. Chris.
Is it that or Ranger?
Rager, what?
Liz Hahn, my grandson loves the cape I got Saturday. That's awesome.
Awesome.
I'm glad we were able
Chris
to-
Rager, voices Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball Z, as well as Blackbeard in One Piece, and Torg from that's why I was Torg from Borderlands. Let's see. Then there also got the Cape Idol Fest. You've got some of the other things. Is you've got the cosplay contest, the Maid Cafe, gaming. Let's see, the Moon Cafe. Let's see if we got vendors. Yeah, there we go. Vendors. 3D Comics, AKA Creations. I can't pronounce that one. I am sorry. Aqualation?
Aquatalian?
Okay.
Aquatalian, the artistry of Lady Badger.
ATC Den.
Bella Moon Designs.
We got Bobby Bo.
Or is that Billy Boo?
Billy Boo. Okay, Billy Boo. I'm sorry.
All right. Black Hat Soaps and Sundries.
Blade Daddy.
C&K Creations and Sweets.
Caitlin's Creations.
Cakes for Animated.
Shelly Penn.
Yeah. Chris Ebert.
The Corner Grocery Store.
Crash Comics.
Crisp Museum.
The Critical Crafter. You always get the hard ones.
I know it.
Cross Culture?
Yeah.
Cross Culture, that. Yeah. Okay.
Culture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like Cross Culture, but cha.
Okay. Deco Dean Designs.
Right. Dragon's Ale Miniatures.
E&A Collectibles.
LSAC.
Foam Forgeries.
Yeah, we're going to get in trouble with those, huh? Frank's Creations.
Golden Eagle. Golden Eagle. Oh, God. Golden Eagle Tattoo.
Yeah, okay. J.R. Froling and the Great Yarn Dragon.
Handcrafted by Hannah F.
Hamby Art.
Infinity Comics.
Of course, us, Heroes for Kids.
Lynn Berry.
Little Black Cat Company.
Marcus Theater.
Oh, wow, look at me. Okay, here's a good one. Mimicoden Wings and Cosplay Accessories.
Mimi.
That's Mimi.
Yes, that's Mimi. Muse Tap.
Let's see. Nutmeg and Mint Art.
Nautical Fox Creatures. Thank you.
Outstanding. I'm probably butchering that.
Outstanima.
Outstanding.
Stanime. There we go.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Open Dead Inside.
Pet Rocks.
Pixelated Peach.
Poet's Paintings.
Pokey Frat Boy.
Puchiquito Productions. Oh my
Grand
God.
Studios.
Okay. Radiant Gray.
Rad.
Is it Rad?
Rad Studios. Radiant Gray.
Oh.
And
okay.
Ram Imports.
Okay.
Random Arts.
Rare Candy Store.
Retrograde Art.
Rossman Arts.
Saturday Night Nerds.
Screen Print Invasion.
Sean Manning.
Simply for Me.
Simply Pink Tea.
Sly Ducky Creations.
St. Louis Brick Fanatics. Hey, you guys gotta talk to them.
Yeah, we do.
Strawberry Hand on.
Timothy Chase North. Vanry Draws.
Okay. Villainous Grounds.
Viridescent Creation.
Wand of a Kind.
War Band.
Wee Booth.
And The Wish of It.
All right. So, and let's see.
Lauren Berry is watching.
Hey, Lauren, how's it going? We're trying to go over, Showroom opens at 10 o'clock on both days. And on Saturday, it closes at 7. Sunday closes at 4. Let's see, I'm trying to find out tickets. I don't want to get tickets. I just want to see how much. Maybe? Well, let's see. Oh, where's the homepage? Where's the homepage? Okay.
Show schedule. Got that.
You'll have to look online. I don't know where they're at, dear.
Yeah, we're kind of.
So that is what you've got this weekend is Cape Anime Con down at the Drury Plaza Conference Center from 10 to 7 on Saturday, March 9th, and on March 10th, 10 to 4. So go down here and hang out with everybody and get some awesome collectibles. That's just their prices. That's not the price to get in.
Cape Anime Day Pass, starting at $15.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. So, let's see. So yeah, that's what we've got there. Now, Jess and I will be at Planet Comic Con, but again, we're here promoting Cape Anime Con. So,
right.
So come on out. Let's have some. You guys come on out. And again, Heroes for Kids will be there. We will be raising money for the Heroes for Kids Comic Con. The beneficiaries are
The Kenny Rogers Center.
Kenny Rogers Center and you
Perry.
buzzed. See, look, you buzzed again.
I buzzed. What do you mean I buzzed again?
You're buzzed again.
No buzzing.
I'm not buzzing.
And
I'm not buzzing.
the
You're
place
buzzing.
where he needs to be before too long is the Perry County Singers.
Oh, you are not even funny.
Hey, come on. I just found out that I have to have bifocals.
Yes.
Yes, you can ask Jess.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk a
You're
little
gonna
bit.
be like doing this at the shooting range.
Yep. So,
Are you gonna get the no line bifocals?
yep, that way you can't tell.
Yeah.
So if you just see me
That's gonna
shaking
drive
my
you-
head right.
That's gonna drive you insane until you get used to
Yep,
it.
I know. So let's talk about
What
this
do you mean drive him insane, honey?
I'm already there, dear.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on. No, I said her, dear.
Okay. Don't call me dear.
Dude.
Okay.
Wow.
Which brings us into
Well, hold on. We still got to talk about what we did last weekend, or this past weekend.
yes, we still do.
Which was the Health and Wellness Expo, which was
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
We raised a little bit of money while we were there. We got to talking to a lot of the people that were there. Maybe to even they are possibly interested in sponsoring Heroes for Kids Comic Con.
Right.
So if you do, there are links on here for everybody to sponsor. Please go on and you'll get your you'll get your name and a link put in down here at the bottom. Let's see. Oh, there you go. For more information for sponsors, I believe that's the one. Or is it the one up here? Oh, it's this one right here. For the sponsor, you have the form right here. Click on it. You can go on in and sponsor either individual or business, either one. We take both. Did you get your mail? Awesome. I'm seeing. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, everybody
Be
that
that
we're
way.
talking to, it's my son over here on the side. You can step over by Optimus and go, hi, people, if you want.
Yeah.
So,
I'll just do that on my own time when I make my own video.
okay, sounds good. All right. All right. Love you. Be safe and have a good night. All right. Did you get your mail?
Yeah, I just gotta grab it.
Okay. Awesome. All right. We'll talk at lunch.
Alright.
All right. Again, it was a blast. We had Heroes for Kids set up. They had a bouncy house set up. Fred Bird even showed up.
Right.
Thank you for all our volunteers for coming out. So I mean, yeah, it was a fun day. I ended up being late.
Yes.
Because Superman, well, knucklehead me.
You went to the eye exam in Superman.
Yes, I did.
What happened? You've got to share.
We got photos.
We got photos.
Okay.
We do have photos.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's back up a little bit.
Yes.
Jess had to go in to needed an eye exam so she could get her license renewed and everything.
Right.
So while we were in there, it's been a couple years since I have been in there, and I was like, okay, what's next available date you have, and let's go ahead and get me an eye exam scheduled.
Right.
We're freezing on your laptop.
Yeah, we are. You're like,
are we freezing over here? No. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So, all they had was March 2nd available. So I'm like, okay, well, let's just do it. Okay. Because it's easier. It was a weekend that I forgot that we had. It's like, well, we're going to stay in town.
Spike Forster is watching.
Hey, Spike. So Jess tells me we're going to be in town. So it's like, okay, just schedule it that morning.
Right.
Well, after one of our Facebook Lives that we did that Monday, she reminds me, we have the Wellness Expo the same day.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
Right.
So, no, okay, let's wing it. So I walked over, one day while I was at work, I got out of court, and I went over to the Clarkson Eye Center, and I said, hey, we have a little bit of an issue. She's like, what? I said, well, you guys have all my info already. I said, I forgot that we had a special meet and greet, or we had a meet and greet that morning, and I will be coming in as Superman, or in my other persona is how I pronounce it. And well, we can share. I said, no, don't worry about that. She goes, well, we'll have a few kids here, so I said, okay. I said, it's a win-win.
Okay.
I said, I will come in as Superman. I said, if it's okay with you guys, I said, I will have Jess take photos of Superman getting his eyes examined.
Okay.
So going in for the eye doctor appointment. And the photos that we take of Superman them doing all their stuff on all the machines, we're going to send them to corporate so corporate can use them, and possibly put the tagline, even superheroes need
their eyes checked.
Or even superheroes need eye care.
Right.
Or something like that.
Right.
So Superman being a positive role model in eye care.
Right.
So Jess takes all these photos. Jess takes all the photos while I go in and have my eyes dilated and all this other kind.
You didn't get your eyes dilated.
I didn't get them dilated because they didn't want my eyes looking yellow when we went to the event. So, but they did all.
You show up with your eyes looking all yellow and be like, he's about to get us with heat vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got everything. So Jess is going to be sending the photos to Clarkson so they can use them for.
They can't use them for advertising campaigns or anything like that.
Right. But
they can share them.
They can share them and possibly use them for a promotional deal or something like that. So I went in to got my. So Superman is sitting there, and yes, and I did throw out I put on a pair of glasses, looked over at the mirror, because again, during my eye exam, they told me because I sit in front of a computer a lot, and I have some issues with.
Hence the reason Jess is sitting back with her eyes closed right at the
because sitting in front of a computer all the time, and things were starting to swim a little bit. And
Andrew Vanek is watching.
Hello. And due to the fact that we had and I also use glasses to see far distances when I need them, but it wasn't nothing major. Like now, I mean, it's something I don't have. It's not permanent, but it's just something to help correct if to possibly help correct my vision when so it's nothing. I can still get in my car, drive, and not have any issues. I can, watch TV, not really have any issues. Right. Reading, sitting in front of a computer, sitting there for a little bit, everything starts to swim a little bit. So right. To help fix that,
it's called old age.
Yes,
you'll get used to it.
Come on, I look pretty good for 85 years old. Come on. I don't know what to tell you.
Depending on which character I'm doing, I'm anywhere from about 110 to down to younger than you.
I mean, come on, you already look 180 years old.
Oh, yeah, thank you. You're lucky this is a family-friendly video. Otherwise, there would be some hand signals like a California howdy or something.
But, so I found out that instead of, now again, doing the logical thing.
You do logical
yes,
things?
Yes, I know. Instead of having a pair of glasses if I'm seeing far, or a pair of glasses when I'm sitting in front of a computer, I just said, get me one pair of glasses. So they said, okay, these are basically going to be like bifocals. And I went, okay. So instead of having two pairs of glasses that I'm changing off and on every time I walk out the door, or whatever, depending on what I'm doing, it's just one pair of glasses, and they're set to where, and they'll be set to where if I want to, I can wear them all the time. So it's I mean, again, so
don't you have a coworker in the law enforcement community that he doesn't wear glasses, but when he needs to read, he's got like these little nose pincher things, like Teddy Roosevelt or something. Yeah. Everybody picks on him about it.
Yeah. But no, it's one of them things. So I'm finally going more toward. So I'm finally going to be looking more into the Clark Kent style of my normal everyday. So when I take off my glasses, and the thing is people don't realize it does work.
Right.
When I take my glasses off or put glasses on, I do wear glasses every once in a while.
Right.
And it does work. I couldn't tell you how many people have turned around and looked at me and went, no, you ain't super, no, And yeah, it actually, it does work. So,
believe it or not, a single distracting detail can throw everybody off.
Mm-hmm.
A fake scar, a pair of glasses, a different hair color. One thing can make people go.
Glasses and a ball cap. I mean, Captain America did it all the time. Especially when it was in hiding.
Right.
Throwing a pair of sunglasses and a ball cap. Nobody recognized that this big jacked up guy that with blonde hair walking through, still wearing red, white, and blue, in the middle of a crowd, was Captain America.
Well, think about it. If you're like in a big city and there's millions of people walking around and all this stuff, they're not going to expect a superhero to be walking among them anyway. Well, so
Henry Cavill did the best test.
Yeah, he was down at Times Square.
In Times Square, standing right in front of a picture of him on a billboard.
And with glasses on, and nobody knew it was him.
And nobody knew it was him.
As soon as he goes like this,
no,
they were like, they
turned around and looked at it. They didn't even say, they didn't know. They turn around, if you watch the interview with him, they turn around and a guy walked up. Dude, quit taking so many damn pictures, and then walked off. Nobody recognized Henry Cavill as Superman with the Superman billboard right over him.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, nobody recognized him in Times Square. Times Square. Yeah, so again.
Well, like I said, even then, they wouldn't be like, oh, Henry Cavill at Times Square. They would figure he's all filming a movie.
They yell. Somebody yelled. They either ignored him, or they yelled at it. They either ignored him, or he was by himself. So it didn't happen.
Here's the thing, like when I lived in Las Vegas, every once in a while you'd see a famous person walking around, and when you see famous people walking around all the time, the people of the city, they were just like, oh, it's whoever, and they just leave them alone because,
Uh-oh. What you got, Jess?
Y'all over there talking about being 100 years old and looking good. I look pretty damn good for 1100.
Good point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Clark's and I...
Well, that's
said,
arguable.
yeah. So, hey, so...
Mongolian beef.
That's dirty fool.
Give me a phone forgeries. I'm whacking him.
You've got 2 battle sabers right there.
Well, true. Yeah. But no, it's one of them that we. No, I do. I want to say thank you to Clarkson Eye Center here in Perryville. They took very good care of me again, and while I was in costume, they Jess was my handler. She took care of the paperwork stuff. That if they needed me to sign it, I'd sign it real quick, and they'd pull the paper right off the table real quick. That way, nobody's maybe looking over my shoulder or anything. Any kids that were there, I signed autographs for the kids. Anytime that they called me or had to address me, they addressed me as Superman. So the aesthetic, they were all 100% on board with it. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience. And then we got there. It took us roughly about an hour at the eye exam, and then with everything going on with the eye exam, and then we came over to the wellness center and had a blast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you flew over to the wellness center.
Flew over to the wellness center. Yep.
Yeah.
And then and then we raised money for a little bit of money for Heroes for Kids Comic Con.
Yeah.
So and then like I said, you've got you, Chelsea, Rob, and Nick will be running the booth at Cape Anime Con this weekend.
Yeah.
So that'll be so. You know what costumes you're going to do for both days?
Probably Cyclops is going to be one of the days. I don't know what the other one's going to be. I haven't decided yet.
Austin Powers.
Shaq. No, he's not really. He doesn't really lend well to anime.
But it's an anime crowd. Austin
Right.
Powers
Austin
and an
Powers.
anime crowd would be hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, very good man.
Come on, tell me that wouldn't be cool. Austin Powers, trying to shag up with anime characters. That would be.
We'll live in the fairy tale, baby. You know, just working on it. Yeah.
No.
That's your old and you just glad to see me.
He needs to do Ozzy Osbourne.
Get a long black-haired wig and some round glasses and
Stoner glasses.
I'm just looking with some.
I mean,
understand what Bernie's saying.
I mean, walk around with a darker version of your Austin Powers suit and just a little bit more goth though.
Probably what I do is like get a pair of like the blue circle sunglasses and like a feather boa and go as Elton John.
And then rip a head off of the dog.
No, that's more Ozzy than.
No, his is a bat. Come on.
Yeah, his is a bat.
Hey.
That would get tongues like Batman just bit the head off a bat.
But no, so they'll be at AnimeCon. Jess and I will be taking the long drive up to Planet. We're going to be doing some networking up there.
Hello, Destiny.
Hi, Destiny. How's it going? Any comments? Anybody have any comments or anything that they would like to ask ask us? Feel free to jump in and ask questions. We're just letting you guys know what we've done and what we've got upcoming. So, Dennis, what else we got in March?
What have we got in March, he says?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I'm looking it up. Anyway. Yeah. Let's do this the fast way. Okay. in March. After Cape Anime, on the 16th, we've got the Kenny Rogers Children's Center Telethon.
That's going to be awesome.
Yes,
Getting to go down there, doing the Kenny Rogers Telethon. We've done that before. We're glad to be back at doing it. And again, we're going to be down there helping them out. So, yeah. You froze again?
Yeah, we froze again.
Well, we're froze there. Hey guys, are we froze on her because Dennis's laptop over here, keeps freezing.
Yeah.
So, are we freezing on live or anything?
On my phone, it's not. But yeah, on my laptop, it's been frozen on that for a while.
No, Kenny Rogers Center is awesome. Come out and support. I know they do like a 5K. They've got a lot of stuff that go on during the telethon, so come on out. It is at the Field House in Sykeston.
Liz says no.
Okay, it is at the Field House in Sykeston, Missouri. We will be down there pretty much from open to close. And what are the times on that?
We'll be there from 10 to 2.
All right, 10 to 2 is when Heroes for Kids will be there. Hey, there we go. I just said that on there too. So again, that's going to be awesome. I know Superman will be there. Batman will be Batman or Captain America?
At the Kenny Rogers thing?
Yeah,
Probably Batman.
probably Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're used to seeing Batman, right?
Okay. More than likely, Catwoman, Harley. Hopefully, we'll have Two-Face, Joker, and hopefully we'll have the whole game or a lot of the whole game there. So, going to be fun. Come out. We'll do activities. We'll take photos. And just have a fun day. All right. What do we got next?
Okay, after that, well, then we go into April with the Eclipse Con.
Oh, then we got.
Is that the weekend of the Eclipse?
What?
Eclipse Con, yes.
Con.
Eclipse Con, yes.
The eclipse is actually on the 8th. Or it's on the Monday.
Okay, so
Yep.
yeah.
That's also prom weekend
Oh, boy.
here in Perryville, anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna be at Eclipse Con. I don't need to dress up in a tux. No.
Yeah.
No.
No, we'll be, yeah.
I'll be in more
Is that
likely.
formally Saluki Con?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
it's still Saluki Con. They just called it
Eclipse Con.
Eclipse Con this year. So.
Is Carbondale part of the...
They're in the
I know-
viewing, yes.
Eclipse?
I believe so. Yes.
What about Perryville?
Yes.
They're doing stuff in Perryville, but we're going to be we were asked to do stuff here in Perryville, but we're already contracted for SalukiCon. That's the reason why we're in SalukiCon instead of Perryville.
Okay. But do they have something going on Monday?
Who?
Does Perryville have something going on?
Yes, there's stuff in multiple locations on Monday.
If we're not working,
Right.
which I may be working because of extra security in areas, I may be on the job working that day.
Right.
So,
Because what they did back in 2017 when we had our other one,
we were down at the airport.
yeah, I took the day off.
Yeah.
But the folks at work, what they did was they came in a few hours earlier. They usually start at 7. They started at 4.
Right.
And everybody got off by noon to be able to see the eclipse.
Yeah.
And of course, Karis had to text message me, "Dad, did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it?" Yeah, she was all excited. It was just like,
Yeah. We actually had a plane wreck, a plane accident while we.
yeah, you burped and
I sneezed.
you
Come on.
sneezed something. Maybe you farted, and the plane flipped over.
No, it caught a tailwind, and they had And the funny thing was,
Everyone was okay.
everyone was okay. There was a funny moment in the accident with the accident. Myself dressed as Superman, and I was talking to the fire chief and one of the other firefighters, who was setting on the back of a fire truck.
Right.
And we're sitting at the edge of the tarmac on this side of the runway.
Right.
So while we're sitting there, this plane goes to take off again against the wind or whatever it is, and does a slight curve. It's not its tail, but its right wing catches the ground and literally slow motion lays it over. Pilot's okay, but when it lays over, again, I'm a law enforcement officer, so being a first responder, you run
to the danger.
Okay. Well, as I am now, again, I'm fully dressed as Superman,
right,
in my Man of Steel suit. So you have the fire chief, you have Superman, and the fireman that was on the back of the fire truck jumps down, and we're running across the grassy area to the tarmac, to the airplane.
right.
The chief, I guess, sees us running behind him, stops, turns around, looks at us, and goes, "Stop! Go back!" Me and the other firefighter look at each other. Who? He takes off running again. The chief does. So we follow behind him again because he didn't tell us who. So chief sees that we're still behind him, turns back around, looks at us. "Stop! Go back!" Me and the other firefighter look at each other. Who? Chief doesn't say nothing. Takes off running again. So me and the other firefighter take off running again. So by the time we're almost halfway across this grassy area, it's probably about 50 yards across. Okay. So we're about 25 to about 30 yards across this grassy area to the airplane.
Right.
The chief finally stops, looks at me. "Superman, go back to the crowd. What are you doing running? Get the fire truck."
Yeah.
So I walk back to the crowd. The firefighter has to walk back to the fire truck that he was sitting on.
Right.
And drive the fire truck around.
He couldn't let you just run up there and get the guy out of the plane.
So when they make sure that he's okay, the pilot's okay.
You're gonna go out. You're graying out.
The chief comes back, and we're sitting there, and he's giving an update to the crowd. And I turn around, look at the chief. I said, "Sorry, chief." I said, "I wasn't trying to showboat with me being in the cave." He goes, "No, I totally understand." He says, "You're a first responder. You run to it when something happens." And he goes, "I wasn't worried about that." He goes, "I was more worried about you ruining your suit than I was worried about you going over and helping." So yeah, so that was again.
You told him it's a super suit.
No.
Don't worry about it.
So
Yeah.
So the one fighter has retired, and unfortunately the fire chief has passed away, and that is just one of my fond memories of working alongside Bill Jones. So yeah, it was. So yeah, Bill was awesome. He came into one of our Comic-Cons and saw Stay Puft Marshmallow Man when he came in, and oh my God, Bill went from fire chief to 5-year-old like that. I mean, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
He goes, "I ain't going nowhere until I get a photo of that." It was awesome. He was one of our biggest supporters when it comes to some of our first responders here in the town, and
he would always have to drop by and.
Hi, Christine.
Yeah. So, hey, Christine. But yeah, it's always been a fun. We always have a blast with Heroes for Kids. Some of the stuff we do with Heroes for Kids. Some things are unexpected. At Cape Anime Con, I ended up chasing after somebody dressed as Gambit.
No, that was Cape Comic
Or
Con.
Cape Comic Con. I ended up because there was assault, and when I go to a lot of the shows, especially the smaller shows, I go in and I do a little bit of double duty. And there was an incident at Cape Anime Con or Cape Comic Con, and we ended up having to take somebody into custody or detain somebody because of something happening.
Right.
And the guy took off from us. So here I am running across the Osage Center parking lot, dressed as Gambit, or almost in full costume, dressed as Gambit, running across the
in the middle of July, in a full pleather costume.
Full pleather costume.
Yeah.
And I caught the guy.
You were marinating your own juices when it was all done.
Stop. The guy turns around, and it was funny because when I stopped the guy was like, dude, man, he goes, I don't want you to call the cops. I turned around and said, dude, I am one. Well, crap. I said, okay, you come with me back to the stuff. Oh, man.
Cape Comic Con, it's a great show, but every once in a while people show up that just don't have a lick of brains.
Yeah.
At one time, back in 2009, Cape Comic Con was being held down at the West Park Mall at the old Target store. And we walked out into the mall proper and was walking around, me and my friends, and telling everybody about the con and everything. And we went and we were standing right outside of Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
And my cosplay friends, they were like, hey, there's a Panama Jacks over here. We don't have that up in St. Louis. We're going to go in there and take a look around.
Right.
I'm like, I'll just stay out here and talk to people. So I'm out there talking to
What's
people.
up?
And
Okay.
then this guy comes walking out of Barnes & Noble, and he's holding his arms across his chest. He's got something shoved up underneath his shirt. It's square, so you know he stole a book or something, right? So anyway, of course, the anti-theft thing goes beep, 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 beep. So he comes walking out, and it's Saturday afternoon. So there's a big crowd in there walking back and forth. So I just sort of step over to where I step right in front of him, and he's got his head down, and all of a sudden he sees Batman boots. And he's like, he looks up, and I go like this. And about that time, the security guards come up and they grabbed him. They said, "Thanks for catching him for us." And then they turned around and took him back into the store to deal with him or whatever. So my friends come out and
Oh man! Wow,
and
that was
everybody's laughing and and my friend, he's like, what's going on here? And he said, Batman just caught a shoplifter. He goes, Bruce, I can't leave you alone for 10 minutes, can I? So anyway, but yeah. So what ended up happening? I was at work that next Monday, and one of my coworkers, he come up and he's like, you almost made the KFS 12 news.
Right.
I'm like, how was that? He said, well, when you stopped the shoplifter, one of the store employees called up KFS 12 and said, Batman just stopped a shoplifter. So they sent down a reporter. I don't know which reporter it was, but they came down and they said, tell me you've got security footage. You record the front door there.
Right.
And he's like, yes, let's go look. So they go look at the security footage. Well, the camera's in black and white. Okay. So
Batman in black.
So yeah. So you see this guy, he's wearing a white t-shirt. Okay?
Right.
So you can see him, and you can kind of see a blob of white outside the door. But the rest of it was black. It was like he just stopped. And they were like, crap. If we just saw Batman, this would have been like our feel-good story at the end of the newscast or something. But because they had black and white, And Batman, I was dressed in a Keaton Batman suit. There was no way they were going to see me. So
I am the night. Oh, no, we can't see
you.
you.
Yeah, I can't see you at all. So
Charles Mitchell is watching.
Who?
Charles Mitchell is watching.
Charles Mitchell. Hey, Charles.
So, but anyway, so he said, you came this close to being famous. I was like,
darn it. Yeah.
Good thing I don't do superheroing for fame.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, so, but yeah. So that's my little humorous story about Cape Comic-Con.
So, yeah, I mean, it's, again, if anybody's got any questions they want to ask, please jot something down. Well, we're going to get into something. We've got something new that just come in, and I think these are awesome. We've been trying to get these done, and I want to thank Robert Cox, who does a lot of our media stuff for Heroes for Kids. And we got pamphlets now. It gives us a little bit of some fun. The front cover of it is group photo of us, our logo, and then what we do, our 501c3, and on the inside of it, just Dennis and I in costume, and it gives a brief description of what Heroes for Kids, or how Heroes for Kids came about, and what Heroes for Kids does.
There's a picture of Lonnie crushing a little girl.
That little girl,
nobody can see it.
That little girl is Morgan's daughter from Morgan Hambrick.
Okay.
That is Morgan Hambrick's daughter.
Yes.
So
that's actually in Metropolis.
Yes, that is actually in Metropolis. I don't know what time the photo was taken, but I believe it was probably a fallback to Metropolis, or maybe even the Superman celebration. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm kind of the line man with you. I would say probably a fallback.
Then we've got Batman, and then we've got Jess in her bombshell. One of her bombshell, I think, Catwoman.
Bombshell.
But it talks a little bit about Heroes for Kids. And then on the backside, well, when you flip it backside, it gives a list of some of the charity organizations that we have actually already helped. Red Nose Day, Children's Miracle Network, SEMO Autism Center, Alzheimer's Association, Relay for Life, the Hope Center, St. Jude's, Missouri National Veterans Wall, Make-A-Wish, Backstoppers, Out of the Darkness Suicide Prevention, Community Counseling Center Foundation, Shriners Hospital, Special Olympics. Go.
Yeah, Butterfly Dreams, Night to Shine, the Madison County Relative Christmas Event.
That's Madison County, Missouri.
Yes. The Buddy Ball, Foster Adopt Connect, Hold Fast, Toys for Tots, the Dystonia Medical Research Foundation, the Arts Council of Southeast Missouri, La Bonner Children's Hospital, which we will be going to in the next month, Fly Me Home,
and there's still more to come. So, and then we have pictures of the front and back of our coins there. And then you have a picture of us out of costume. The three directors, myself, Jess, and Dennis.
We're still wearing clothes, though.
I just said out of costume.
Yeah, but that
and with the two QR codes there, the two QR codes, one gets you to the Facebook page, and the other one gets you to the Heroes for Kids Comic-Con page. So that way you guys can help donate to Heroes for Kids Comic-Con. And we'll just say Heroes for Kids.
Yep. Vendors, buy tickets, the whole wallet.
So, but no, want to thank Rob for helping us put these together. They look real nice. So we'll have some of these and some.
Did bang up job.
Yes. Let's see.
Something else we got.
Did it hurt?
No, not at my age. Everything hurts. Anyway, we got to mention this. Kat Gladden just got engaged.
Yes. Congratulations, Kat.
Kat, yeah.
Yes, awesome.
Awesome.
I bet we all better get an invite to the wedding.
And we're going to show them costume.
Well, no, we'll have to make sure it's okay with her.
We'll have to have a subtle reference to it. to.
I'll show up in a Superman suit, not suit, but a suit.
With like little S's on the belt.
Well, I do have a Superman tie.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean,
you know, wear a suit with a little Superman pin on the tie.
So, yeah. So, yes, congratulations, Kat. We love you. We miss you. And
he's going to have one humdinger of a wife. She's
yes.
pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah. He's going to have just about every Disney princess as his bride. Would that make it? Hey, does that mean Kerr the Princess Bride?
Well, I guess she could be.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway. But.
So, now let's get on to just out of the blue. Let's see. Okay. Big news in the entertainment business. They've done a table read and they started shooting or filming Superman. Right. Now a Superman Legacy, now called Superman.
Right.
What do you think?
I'm ready.
Dude, I've
seen some of the stills and yeah.
Okay, the picture that is out there with Superman with David Cornsweet full costume is a fake photo. Okay. The only photo that there is out there right now is the one that Snyder shows with the is the one where it's the snowy logo.
Right.
That is it. That is the only photo. But I'm digging the Kingdom Come suit or the Kingdom Come style logo, which again you gotta know I mean, come on, guy. I mean, it's know your comic books before you start. I mean, it's a cool story, the Kingdom Come. So I love the fact that he's pulling a little bit from it. And on top of that, in that new HBO or the Max animated Superman series, it's almost somewhat similar to the same logo.
Right.
But I mean, I think it looks good.
Right.
I love the texture of it. I love the color of it. It you know, what they're so. I mean, I'm happy about it. I mean,
at first I was kind of like, reboot. Yeah. It sounds like they're trying to clean it up a little bit.
Well, it's not necessarily. You can't really call it a reboot because he's not. I mean, there's going to be subtle differences. I mean, each person's got their own different take on it. But it's not like he's going. Superman crashes to Earth. Now we've got all, it's not a Superman origin story. It's Superman like year 1, year 2, because there's other superheroes that's already existing. Everything's going on. So it's almost like Superman, or not necessarily Superman. It's Clark Kent year 1 or year 2 at the Daily Planet.
Right.
He's a new
reporter.
He's a new reporter at the Daily Planet.
Right.
So he's still green at the gills on the news reporter stuff. Right. So
okay. So
that
does
So he's already been around. So Superman has already been around for a while. It's not like, oh wow, look, there's a guy with
It's sort of like Robert Pattinson's Batman. It's early in the career, but it's not an origin story.
Right.
Okay.
It's not an origin story of Superman.
Right. Right.
Now the one so that's really all I've got with that. I mean, it looks good. I'm excited. Cornsweet looks like I hate to say it, but Cornsweet does look like it. In the picture that they showed with all of them doing the table read, and then there was another photo of Holt and what's his name, the guy playing Luther, Cornsweet, and the lady lady that's playing
Lois Lane.
Lois
Hey,
Lane.
Noah.
There was there was a photo of those three, and it's got Corn Sweat just like peeking his head over like this.
Right. What blows my mind?
He looks. I mean,
what blows my mind is Nathan Fillion. Okay.
Yeah.
He's been doing doing voice work as Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Now he's going to be an actual Green Lantern, but it's going to be Guy Gardner of it.
Yeah. But here's the deal with that. All of that is outside of the DCU. So,
right.
And from the way I'm understanding,
you mean like the animated universe?
Yeah. Well, from everything outside of James Gunn, what James Gunn has got going on right now,
right,
is not connected to this.
Right.
So Nathan Fillion voicing Hal Jordan has no bearing on what we're doing here in the DCU.
Right.
Because in James Gunn's DCU animated movie, games, comics, whatever, however he's blending, mashing everything together. So, for instance, Creature Commandos.
Right.
Okay, way I'm understanding it is Creature Commandos, the animated movie TV series is coming out for Creature Commandos. Everybody that is voicing the characters in Creature Commandos, okay, so when you see the credits and it says Filippo Jones is doing this person, well, guess who? So when you see the live action counterpart to the animated counterpart, that live action counterpart is actually Felipe Jones in that character.
Okay.
So so for instance, yeah, so if he cast me to do Dracula's voice or Frankenstein's voice, okay, go Creature Commando, had Frankenstein.
Right.
Okay, so say he cast me as doing Frankenstein. When Frankenstein becomes in the live action, I am Frankenstein in that live action movie.
Okay.
So it is. So everything is going to be. So So Nathan Fillion, him playing Guy Gardner, live action. If there's anything animated with Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion is doing the voice for it.
Okay.
That is what.
Yeah. Well,
as of now.
That was kind of what they had said from the get-go. Anyway.
So and that
on a related note, Henry Cavill.
Yes.
He's been in talks to get into the MCU. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Originally, they were talking of him becoming Captain Britain.
Yep.
But that's kind of off the table now. Now he's discussing with them portraying Cyclops for the X-Men. That's where we are right now. Nothing's signed yet, but I don't know. That's what I heard, that they were talking about possibly doing Cyclops.
I've heard the same stuff. Yeah.
You don't think he's good for the role? I think he would be great for Captain Britain.
I think he would be for Captain Britain. I think a leadership role in a MCU style setup would be perfect. Cyclops, the problem with him playing Cyclops, especially with what we've already seen in Okay, if you want to keep the aesthetic of what Cyclops looks like, that's where we're going. What Cyclops looks like. Okay, Cyclops is tall and slender, not jacked. You know,
I don't know. With the X-Men 97 show, he's pretty jacked. He's pretty jacked. He is. He's not skinny. He's He's built like a runner. He's not built like he's not built like a boxer or a weightlifter or anything.
And that's the problem. That right there we've got. You know, Cavill would have to slim down.
Well, all you have to do is not be as stringent in his exercise regimen, and then he'll be toned, but he won't be
But
Jack.
he's also working on the new Highlander reboot.
Well, that's
So
true too.
and what is that? Warcraft? No, not Warcraft.
But even I don't know if he's playing Connor or Duncan MacLeod.
From what I'm understanding, he's supposed to be playing Connor.
Okay. Well, if he's playing Connor MacLeod,
Well,
he's still got to be in good shape, but he doesn't have to be Superman bald.
right.
He just doesn't have to be.
But again,
So-
you know, it's I don't know. It's going to be hard to see. Again, trying to pick him out for an X-Men role. Oh man,
If not Cyclops, who?
that's I can't see him.
Wolverine, he's too clean cut for Wolverine.
I can't see him as Cyclops.
I actually, if it's, we know Kelsey Grammer's going to be Beast. Okay, Beast is CGI.
Not necessarily though.
No, actually he is. MCU has already made it clear that when Beast comes in, Kelsey Grammer's doing the voice of CGI Beast. So
Yeah, but
that's what people are used to.
But
That's what they're
the problem is, here's your problem though.
What's the problem?
Problem is Deadpool 3. Kelsey Grammer's Beast is representing Fox's Beast.
Right.
Okay, Deadpool 3 is killing the Fox universe. Deadpool 3 is an adaptation of Deadpool killing the Marvel universe. Deadpool 3 is almost a Flashpoint
Yeah, but
and rewriting everybody.
But you're forgetting that the Fox version of Beast is Kelsey Grammer in a costume.
Right.
Okay. This Beast is CGI. So it's not exactly the same. Plus,
It is, but it isn't.
right.
It's still Kelsey Grammer. That's where
Right.
where it's
They're
because they're already talking about
remember Nicholas Hoult was the guy that was playing Beast. Technically, he is Fox's Beast.
No.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No.
He was.
He was when they relaunched it, but the time frame that the universe that they did everything at the end of Marvel
Right.
is the original trilogy's universe, which was done by Fox.
That's not guaranteed.
That is what
not guaranteed.
that yes I've read it is that is in,
So we're supposed to. He's going to be killing off Patrick Stewart. I know that. Hugh Jackman's going to be done with the role.
but no, that is the Kelsey Grammer Beast that we see is
We're talking Hollywood here, guys.
yes.
So he could still end up being Beast.
Oh, not saying he couldn't, but at this moment right now, the Beast, the Kelsey Grammer's Beast that is at the end of Marvel's,
Right.
is the Beast from the set of Fox movies, the original Fox movies.
Having watched
Yes.
Cookie at the end
KP
of Marvel.
Vince has joined us.
Hey, so yes,
The thing that is a cookie at the end of the movie The Marvels.
Yes.
Okay. That Beast does not look anything like the Beast from the original trilogy. Nothing at all.
because
It's-
I know that.
It's like the difference between
But
the 1990s thing in that terrible Fantastic Four movie and
Chuckless is
what they did in the very last one they did that was all CGI and looked like a big
Right.
rock monster.
right.
Okay, that's the difference.
But
It is so advanced that it just doesn't.
But again, I can guarantee you, if KP Vince is watching, if it's Danny can probably hit me up, probably correct me on this if I'm wrong. If it is Danny, that Kelsey Grammer, I've done my research on it. Yes,
Okay.
That Kelsey Grammer is the original Beast from the original 3 movies.
You do realize that if you're proven wrong, I'm going to go, ha!
Go for it.
And I'm going to do it right in front of that camera.
Go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Moving on.
Okay.
To other
Now.
That's my line.
Okay. The Crow movie that's coming out.
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
I am not loving the photos so far.
Okay.
Skarsgård is he?
Skarsgård is he's
Yeah,
going to get okay. My opinion on what Skarsgård looks like. He looks like a rejected Post Malone versus the Joker. Like Post Malone and the Joker had a baby, and that's what we got.
Right.
And again,
you would have been a better choice for me.
I understand that they all have their own iteration of what they want to do with the character.
But what we were told at the beginning, again, I've talked with James O'Barr about the reboot. Back when Jason Momoa was part of the reboot, James O'Barr was full in on it, whole 9 yards.
We haven't got to see him since.
I haven't got to see him since I last talked to him, but oh my God, it's one of them. I can't see him.
It's completely different than what we were talking to him about.
Yeah, it's completely. Now, I'm not saying that but it's like, and them saying that they're reading the stuff on them saying that they're paying homage to Brandon Lee. How? That looks nothing. I mean,
I don't see it.
Nothing like I don't see it.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't either.
I'm going to hold my reservations until I see the movie.
Yeah, you got to remember the actor that does it.
Skarsgård is awesome.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's good at playing those characters that are kind of horrific and
I'm just not loving the image they're putting out of the Crow.
I mean, I understand.
The hair throws me off.
The tattoo. Now, in the graphic novel, yes, the Crow. Now, again, going graphic novel, not Brandon Lee's movie. Everybody hounds on Brandon Lee's movie. Brandon Lee, yes, helped bring that character to life. But again, that movie was a loose adaptation of the graphic novel. The graphic novel, if anybody has ever read the graphic novel is totally different than what we got in the movie. Some of the characters are the same, but how Shelley and Eric died, totally different. Right. A lot of the stuff that went on in the movie, totally different than what the graphic novel. Now,
but again, the graphic novel is being loosely adapted for screen.
Right. Now, the the movie that we are hearing about now, yes, is still loosely adapted from the graphic novel, but it is a little bit closer to what. Now, again, this is what I've read. Is supposed to be closer to what the graphic novel was when it comes to stuff happening in, like how Eric and Shelley dies and a few of the other things. And one thing I can say about what I read was the director is, and apparently it's a good director too. He's got some highly recognized and highly critically acclaimed movies under his belt. Skarsgård, the same thing. Them two coming together
should be cinematic gold.
Yeah, it should be cinematic gold. But what I'm seeing so far as Skarsgård, and trust me, if anybody doesn't know this, one of my first ever cosplays that I have ever done, when it was still called costuming, was the Crow.
It was still called dressing up.
It was still called dressing up. And literally, the Crow was my movie. I mean, I loved it. You should see my little shrine I got over there for Brandon Lee and the Crow itself. I've got quite a bit signed. I wish it would be by Brandon Lee, but I've got several items signed by James O'Barr. I mean, hell, I've got a teaser poster that was supposed to have been out and here, this is the cool part. I have a Crow poster,
right?
Okay, The Crow poster that I have that was given to me by James O'Barr is of Jason Momoa.
Okay.
It was one of the
As the
teaser
Crow.
posters
Okay.
it was one of the concept teaser posters for when Jason was supposed to have been the Crow. I have one of them. I've got it right over there in that long box right there at the bottom. It's still rolled up and yeah.
So now this question comes to mind. Okay. Now, obviously, you were sitting in front row when you saw the first movie.
No, I was sitting in the back row watching it, going, "Oh my God, this is an awesome! This is a masterpiece."
When the second,
I don't sit in the front row.
After Brandon died, when the second movie came out, what did you think?
I didn't care much for it.
You were just like, "This is not."
Well, and here's the thing. Okay, it was supposed to be a futuristic, more of a little bit of a futuristic movie. But here's the thing. Okay, people forget. Okay, there's 4 movies. There's 4 movies that follow. 3 movies that followed Brandon Lee. Okay, Brandon Lee's the Crow. Okay. This is something, and then there was also a TV series called Stairway to Heaven with Mark Dacascos. Dacascos or Dacascos. Sorry if I mispronounced. Here's the thing, though. Okay, you have to. There's been numerous comic books of the Crow. Okay, not all of them have been the Eric Draven. Now, that's the big part. The Eric Draven character.
Right.
Okay? Because, the Crow is a creature that brings a lost soul back to
take care of unfinished business.
Take care of unfinished business. Get revenge on get revenge on the people that did their soul wrong, to where they can cross over.
Okay.
So, and once they finish their task,
right,
their soul crosses over. The Crow goes to another person.
Okay.
Finds another soul.
Right.
It doesn't stay with Eric Draven. It finds another soul and helps that soul to find peace.
Okay.
So, the other 3 movies is another soul. And if you even watch City of Angels, they talk about that. They talk about how it is another soul and Sarah from the first movie, the little girl in the first movie, is actually in the second movie.
Okay.
And in City of Angels. And she explains, she's in there and she goes, I've done this before. She helps teach the new Crow what basically helps him through his terraformation from the soul to the Crow figure on coming back. Okay. And then he takes revenge on the people that kill him and his son, and then he passes on. Okay, then you have the Crow Salvation with Eric Morbius being and I like that one better than I did the second and third one, or the second and fourth one, Wicked Prayer. But the Crow Salvation was one of Kristen Dunst's first, one of Kristen's teenage years, first movies. She did, and it was Eric Morbius is the guy that did the Crow figure, and he's accused of killing his fiancée, sentenced to death, wrongfully accused, sentenced to death. And then he comes back to find out who kills him and his fiance, who ends up being a lot of corrupt politicians and lawyers and stuff in the court system,
right? And
several crooked cops.
Okay.
That all set him up because Daddy is well well-connected person, and basically Daddy even helps set all of it up. Yeah, and so
Daddy helps set up the murder of his own kid.
Daddy helps
inadvertently.
Inadvertently.
Oh, okay.
But again, the Crow, once the Crow figure settles the score,
right?
The Crow flies off and finds another soul. Now we have the Crow Wicked Prayer, which is the fourth movie.
Okay.
The fourth movie, and that one was really jacked up because it brought in Satanism and all this other kind of voodoo stuff in it, and it was just really off the wall. And he was a Hispanic kid, or a white kid in a Hispanic area, or something to that, and almost like a cultural type, but with Satanism mixed into it, the occult, and all this other kind of, that the guy was doing everything to try to become Satan resurrected, and the Crow had to stop him, and he ends up getting caught in the middle of the cult, and ends up coming back and taking out the cult. So again, once that was done, the Crow flew away, the body was able to rest. Okay, and in there it just died. Well, then you had The Crow's Stairway to Heaven by Mark Dacascos. Now, no offense to, I think it lasted maybe one season, maybe a second. The second season was maybe a half season because the ratings dropped.
Right.
But when they brought Mark Dacascos in, they started everything back over. They did a TV series and made it to where Dacascos was Eric Draven.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, he looked good, but the problem is when the Crow finishes his task,
right,
the soul is laid to rest,
right,
and the Crow finds its next, not victim, but next soul to help.
Okay.
And in the Crow Salvation, it doesn't do that. It doesn't stay to the lure of the Crow. Now, again, this one with Bill Skarsgård, it's one of those things, if you're going to keep it close to the original material, keep it close to the original material. I mean, if you're going to, okay, 90% of our rock stars or goth stars, 90% of our musicians have got tattoos. I understand that, and he's, but you don't have to throw the Eric Draven character, you don't have to modernize it that bad. Keep it to the, and you can't say, because when he's throwing on the Crow jacket, you see all the tattoos and everything. Everyone's like, well, that might be a transition when he's the Crow. No, if you look at the picture of him and Shelley kissing, Skarsgård and Twig kissing in it, he's already tattooed up, partially tattooed up. So, it's, you're already throwing, you're going off of the source. You're telling fans that you're going off the source material,
right,
and trying to keep it and paying respect to the originator and Brandon Lee and the source material, but then you do this. And that's my problem I have with the photos. Okay. I'm not going to say anything about the movie itself, because again, I'm going to reserve that until I see the movie. I'm hoping it is, I'm hoping it explains it a little bit more, because, and again, in the graphic novel, the Crow does tattoo himself or scar himself up.
Right.
So again, it's, you're playing, you're walking that fine line.
Right.
So again, it's, yeah. I have to wait. I mean, as far as what I've seen of the photos, it's already starting off bad. But I don't want to. But when it comes to the movie itself, I will. You know, for me, cosplaying, I'm cosplaying Brandon Lee's Eric Draven. You know, that one is near and dear to my heart. That one there was one of the first costume contests I ever won.
Right.
I've won at least 3 costume contests with the Eric Draven character. And you've seen me as the Crow a couple times.
Right.
You can ask Jess, and Jess, you can even chime in on this one. When I do the Eric Draven, Brandon Lee style,
Leah Runge's watching.
I literally immerse myself into the character. I mean,
Right.
probably more than I do Superman, Gambit, any of them. I will sit and I will watch the movie over and over and over, and that way I can get mannerisms, the voice, everything down to where I can perform that character. So, I mean, to me, yes, the Brandon Lee's Crow is, you know, my all-time favorite. Does it mean that I'm not going to watch the new one? I've watched all of them since. I will watch the new one, and I hope it does awesome. You know, but with the way they're making the Eric Draven look in the with Bill Skarsgård, I don't like it. And that's me personally. You know, I mean, my opinion, if you're gonna make the Eric Draven character, make the Eric Draven character like the source material.
Okay.
That's where I got to go with that. You know, but I will reserve my thoughts on the movie. So,
Aquaman and Lost Kingdom has finally
shown
on HBO Max.
Right.
So
I'm going to say spoil it. Have you seen
well,
it?
it's been out for a while, so yeah, we can spoil it. I mean, it's.
But
what do you think?
Well, Jess and I went and saw it at the theater. We laughed our butts off. It was the slap you to basically the DCEU or to Warner Brothers and DC saying, "Why'd you quit?" That's the way I took it. You know, because it had. I mean, come on. There was Lord of the Rings references. There was Loki. There was MCU references. There was Lion King references. Let's see. Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. When you ended the movie is I'm Aquaman. You know, when he ends it at the press conference.
Yeah.
Was 100% high. I'm Arthur Curry. I'm the.
You know, the Aquaman.
I'm the Aquaman. Woo! I mean, come on. That was a slap at Tony Stark.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I'll give you that.
There was the nod to Brandon Fraser's The Mummy.
Yeah.
Where they're running through the forest, they push down the statue. And you've got all the tribe running after them.
Right. Yeah.
And they push the statue down into the cliff,
right.
and then the guy rides it. Yeah. The same thing happened in. But Brandon Fraser lighted the stick of dynamite in The Mummy, and then you had the pygmy going. Remember?
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, I enjoyed the movie. It was a good. I think they missed a few things. I think at the end of that would have been perfect to show like the Justice League show up.
Right.
Just that last minute, oh my God, type deal.
Right.
That was my opinion.
Well, what I liked about it, you know, of course, they go into this whole.
It was Amber Heard.
Amber, but
hey,
you gotta admit, she took a lot of crap.
Really?
Anyway, but I like it where he's changing the diaper and she kind of manipulates water makes the kid pee in his face, and then I'm like, girl, first you poop a bed, now you're making the baby pee in Dad's face. But I kind of like the fact that, of course, they had Arthur Jr. and he's in danger, and of course, Aquaman has to go save the day. But I was almost expecting him to lose his hand.
I wish that would have happened. I do. I think that. But the problem is Orm is the one that makes him lose his hand, not Black Manta. So if you look at the comics, it's not Black Manta, it's Orm, because Orm is the one that originally kidnaps Arthur Jr.
Right.
And then in Arthur sacrifices himself, and Orm double crosses him, and in Aquaman saving Junior, Aquaman actually cuts his own hand off to save his son.
Right.
So that's actually originally
right. Well, here in the comic books, after he lost his hand, of course, he had the harpoon or spear or
harpoon,
that he could shoot out and do whatever he needed to do.
And it would
then all of a sudden it became he went to the Lady of the Lake
and she made
a hand of living water.
Yeah.
Okay. And then all of a sudden other things go on, and then he's back to having a hand again.
Yeah.
So
water is life.
So they kind of paid homage to it, but they didn't go right into it.
Yeah.
They sort of skirted around the edge of it, because I don't think anybody wanted to see a baby actually in peril.
But they put the baby in peril.
I mean, it was sort of more alluded to.
Give me back my son.
It wasn't him.
Take your hands off, or whatever he said.
Take your hand, and he hands the kid over and says, "Get him out of here."
Yeah.
So I can kick this guy's butt. Okay, so it was more of that than, oh, I got to chop off my hand so I can save my kid, kind of thing, which was what I was expecting to happen.
I would have liked to have seen it.
I would have too, kind of, but I was just like, I don't know, part of me was going, I really don't want him to really put that kid in danger. Get that kid out of there so that he can cut loose. But,
they would have put a CGI baby, and that was one thing. That was one thing. You could tell Amber Heard at times was very, very well CGI'd.
Yes. Yes.
Jason Momoa was CGI'd at one point. There was one point where he was trying to get Black Manta when Black Manta was escaping in the ship for the ship, and when Aquaman is getting ready to grab a hold of him, and he blew up the cavern, and Aquaman got trapped under the rock.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. If you look at that, when he gets ready to he's getting ready to swing at him, it's all CGI'd.
Right.
I mean, his face completely distorts.
Oh
God. But no, it was good. I enjoyed the movie. Do I think they missed? I think they would have missed that good slap you. I think they would have missed. I think they missed out on the opportunity of the slap you to DC and Warner Brothers for not having like the rest of the Justice League either in the crowd or having like Lois having Clark standing there, having Henry Cavill in his Clark outfit being the reporter or something. I think that would have been perfect.
That all has to do with switching over to the gun universe.
Yeah.
So Henry Cavill's going to be alluded to before around on TV or something.
Well, the thing is Affleck, Cavill, Godot, the Justice League. Fisher was the only one. Fisher and I believe Miller was the only two not supposed to be in the movie. They rewrote it and did reshoots and pulled them out after Gunn took over DC.
Right.
So I would love to see where they were supposed to be at in the movie. I would.
So from what I gather, pretty much everybody's out.
Yeah.
Momoa's going to take on a different role.
everybody, well, they now Gunn did say that there would be some people from the DCEU jumping over, but they would be in different roles. So Gal Gadot was hoping she was supposed. Well, they were trying. The big thing with Gadot was supposed to be helping, not as Wonder Woman, but like a behind the scenes, from what I heard, for the Themyscira TV show. But then Gunn goes, nope, that ain't happening. So, or Gal Gadot is the one that mentioned, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I got talked to about it, and then I was let go.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know. Now, if Cavill comes back as the DCU, I think he would be awesome to come back with as close as him and Cornsweet. And I said this last time, with as close as him and Cornsweet resemble each other, he would be perfect to come back, I think, as Jor-El.
Yeah.
Because you can't 100%, you can't turn around and say, well, that's his dad. But that's his dad, and they would look too much in age range. No, you can't say that. Jor-El was as a hologram from a blown up planet.
Not only that, but Jor-El put the baby in, so he would be. He would be like in his 30s
or early 40s,
right?
Which would work perfect
for Cavill. So if they're doing a flashback, having Cavill, they're like, yeah,
bring Cavill in as Jor-El, for a flashback,
and it would be a nice little Easter egg to,
Yeah, not to pay homage to, Cavill as his time as Superman. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Good night. That's Tessa. So if everybody said
Tessa the troublemaker.
Well, we saw your hand and waving in front of Incredible Hulk. Yeah. So, all right. Good night. Good night. See you in the morning, or see you tomorrow. Yep. All right. But no. Well, what is it? We got
about
10 minutes. Well, let's go through this real quick. We do have some updates on this. So let me shoot around here like this real quick.
Okay.
All right. So, get back up here. There we go. Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, July 20th and 21st at the Perry Park Center. Tickets are live. You can purchase them. Tickets, weekend passes, $12. Again, 2-day show, $12 to get in. Family friendly, family fun. We're still working on schedule events because, again, we're looking at a 2-day show. Saturday only is 8. Sunday only is 7. So, again, awesome deal. Anybody wants to, then $30 for the VIP, which gets you in an hour early, gets you a souvenir mug, let's see, and, which the hour early is at 9 o'clock. The weekend badge that you can have signed by the actor and artist, if we have an artist that does it.
They still got time to get the room deal with the Holiday Inn?
Yes. Yeah, that is what, until when?
April...
Beginning of July.
No, beginning of July. It goes all the way to July. Yes. Yes. Vendors. So if you're wanting a room up until July, you'll get it at the Holiday Inn.
Call Holiday Inn in Perryville.
Holiday Inn in Perryville. Let's go to some. Well, I didn't want to do special guests. I guess I will do special guests.
We'll do special guests.
All right. First guest we have is Matthew Ashley. Matthew Ashley is, which we need to talk about something here after the show or after the live.
Okay.
Yep.
About a message you sent me.
Yeah.
Matthew Ashley.
That's easy for you.
Yeah, Matthew Ashley. As you see, his artwork behind him. But he also is an actor that has acted in the TV shows The Watchmen, Gifted, The Originals, The Resident, Nashville, Ozark, and MacGyver. He's also been in movies of the Clint Eastwood directed Clint Eastwood directed movie, Richard Jewell. He was a photographer in What Men Want. He was in Archer's Window, Special Election, and many, many others. Check him out on his IMDb page.
Oh, and I'm waiting on a response from what I sent you earlier. I haven't got one yet.
Okay. And the next one, whoops.
That would be Marty Matulis, and he's an American character actor, musician, cinematographer, editor, and he mostly plays non-human characters, such as like he's in The Mandalorian, American Horror Story, Star Trek Picard, Teen Wolf, Evil, Studio 666, Smile, and the upcoming Disney Plus show Skeleton
Sleepy
Crew.
Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow. He was
Sleepy
also
Hollow,
in Land
yeah.
of the Lost.
And
So yeah,
and he's
so-
one of the few guys that is about as tall as you are.
I know. Tell me about it. This is gonna be pretty cool. Having somebody at the show, my height. Now,
Andrew was taller.
Andrew was taller than me, and yes, we are working on at least 1 to 2 more guests.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we need those sponsorships.
That we need those sponsorships. We get the sponsorship. That's how we're able to bring our guests in. So sponsorships help tremendously.
Yep.
Okay, some of our vendors we have. We will. Looks like we have a few more.
Yeah.
We have artist Timothy Chasen, artist Bilbus
Thick.
Thick. Did I say the right name correctly? Awesome.
I think so.
Author Richard Beauchamp. He's actually both of them are new.
Mm-hmm.
Author Nathan Justice.
Yeah. Of course, Arthur Billy Mack.
Ellie Mack.
Allie Mack.
And boy, and you're talking about author
Anyway.
Jessica Matthews.
And author Diana Morgan.
The Fez fun loving wearing bow tie extraordinaire.
Don't build him up too much. His head won't be able to fit in the park.
Oh, trust me, we don't have to. And mortician's assistant.
Yeah.
Former
mortician's assistant.
Yes.
Author
Isn't that a
and
dead-end job?
publisher, author Brian K. Morris and Rising Tide Publications.
Okay. Of course, our buddy Chelsea Quinn Cosplay.
Colonel Ambush Handmade Jewelry.
Critical Crafter.
Foam Forgeries.
Of course, us. Heroes for Kids.
Justin's 3D Prints.
Leisure Time Treasures.
Chris the Toy Man McClellan.
And Red Brick Collectibles.
And Villainous Grounds for
Yep.
all your
Caffeinating needs.
caffeinating and book needs.
And if you need more information, you can get on our email address, which is heroesforkidsprairievillemo@hotmail.com.
Right. For anybody that wants to be a vendor, click and download the form, send it to Jess, and I'll let you take it from there on the forms.
Once you have been approved, you'll be sent an invoice to pay. And for payment is cash, money order, or credit card.
Yep.
Okay, again, our recipients this year are the Kenny Rogers Children's Center and the Perry County Senior Center. And I know the hours are from 10 to 5 on Saturday and 10 to 5 on Sunday. And again, the schedule of events will be coming soon. And I'm just going to throw this right here because that is awesome. We have 137 days away from Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, and we're ramping it up. We're loving it. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. And we're looking forward to seeing everybody. So come on out. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Mama, do you have anything else? Or Oracle, do you have anything else?
Nope.
Nope.
We need sponsors, and we're still looking for some vendors.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's
Need some
still
tickets
time,
selling.
but time's running short.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Dennis? Anything from you?
Anything? No. Other than we've been talking about a lot of stuff about celebrating life and everything. Life's well lived. Mark Dodson. His, you know, I hope he rests in peace. A cat. We're happy for you, and we take the good and the bad when we do this. So here's hoping that the rest of the year is nothing but good news. So,
Well, I want to do one thing real quick before.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck. You know, again, it's one of those things. We're going to sign this one off. Well, okay, go ahead.
Chuck, we have a red wig at our house that belongs to one of your girls.
Yeah. Hey.
Whether it be wife or daughter, it belongs to one of them.
Okay. So we're going to do one thing real quick, and I think again, before we get off of here, how well is that? Let's see. We're going to do something real quick. What?
Chuck said, better late than never, I guess.
yeah.
And the red wig belongs to Marley.
Okay.
Yes, we still have it at
and
the house, though.
I'm coming up with this on the fly.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to get a brick thrown at me. What?
You're coming up with something on the fly.
Yes.
Is this going to fly, or are we going to be good?
We're going to be good. Granted, it might still fly, but watch the camera screen behind it.
I'm
real
not
quick.
part of this.
Yeah, you are. Actually, you're going to be part of it. Actually, you're going to need to put your laptop down.
I'm gonna need you to use yours as a shield.
You're going to need to put your laptop down.
No.
Yes. Seriously, no. It's something cool. I promise. It'll be something cool. Okay. Well, hold on a second. We want to, again, as we get ready to get off of here, again, for those of you who saw the beginning of the video, we did a moment of silence for one of our dear friend of ours. He was a member of our organization, Mark Dotson.
He was a member of the Heroes for Kids family.
Yeah, he was a member of the Heroes for Kids family. Again, want to say condolences to the Dotson family and condolences to all of his friends. Again, may you rest in peace. And this is what we're going to do for the last. Go ahead. Let's move the table up a little bit. Okay. We're going to try this. Do this.
You're going to make Athena mad.
Yep, I am. Okay.
It's okay, pretty
We're
girl.
going to do this real quick. Look. Okay. It's the top button.
And y'all are way too close because you can't see anything but shirts. We literally have Superman and Batman.
Yeah, we literally have Superman and Batman. Well,
And you've made the puppy dog mad.
and that's all right. Well, these are going to be a little loud, but this is for Mark. May the force be with you. It's showing.
Oh, that was seriously bright.
Seriously, right. Tap it. No, hold it. You should shut it off. We love you. You are an awesome friend. Thank you for your memories. Everybody, thank you again tonight. And again, again, condolences to the Dotson family. And again, we love everybody. Thank you for all your support.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
Yeah.